Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video of Tuning Dutchy. Now, in this video I'm gonna tell you guys how the future is gonna look like for the Chevrolet Matiz. Because today I was going to my dad's house and I have actually seen some interesting stuff which is way better, and actually I don't have negative news to tell you guys. Everything is positive. I see a bright future actually for the Chevy. So I'm gonna tell you guys how that's gonna look like. Now, the first thing I'm gonna tell you guys, I already have said in some of previous videos that I can access the ECU for chip tuning and later on some more tuning and stuff. And also, normally, at least where the Dio Matiz's power steering pump was with the V-belt, is in my Chevrolet Matiz at this moment completely empty. But where the V-belt is on from the crank pulley is well, that place is still available. So I could use that V-belt pulley for the V-belt itself to actually turn around the supercharger, and that makes my job, well, way easier than expected. But besides that, I have some very good news for you guys. And I think to get started first, now, come on. Anyways, as said, I couldn't connect the subwoofer and my amplifier on the Chevy Matiz because it was arcing like an idiot. Now, I don't know why, but probably the wiring was pretty bad. Maybe ground, maybe the positive, I don't know. But at least I bought for 13 euros some new wires and took the subwoofer out of the car, also with the amplifier, and I just set it near the battery, connected it, and see what the resistance is. I checked the resistance. The resistance was very good. The ground on the car was very good, and of course, I didn't have a ground issue. With no headlights on, the car was running on 14.3 volts, so that's pretty good. I think if I would turn on the headlights it would be a bit more, but so that's actually good, and that means I already connected the new subwoofer together with the amplifier, and the sound is very good. It's working like it should be, just like on the Dio Matiz. No problems, no hesitations or something else. Runs very smooth. I like that. But if we talk about the future of the Chevy Matiz, well, the future in my eyes is suspension, brakes, tires, rims, spoiler, hood, maybe even the roof, some gauges, and of course, most important thing is performance. Chip tuning, intercooler, supercharger, performance wires, performance spark plugs, intake, maybe even a cold air intake, and all these kind of things. Now, chip tuning, new injectors, stronger injectors that have a higher flow, and all these kind of things is actually what I have planned, because everything is currently stock besides the air filter itself. It's not yet cold, so I have to do some modifications to make that work, but I don't think it's gonna take a huge amount of time. Also, if we talk about the exhaust system, and this is the very first thing that I'm gonna talk about today, especially because the exhaust system is currently very well known at this moment and easy to work on, and why is something I'm gonna tell you guys. Just give me a sec. Now, the exhaust system on my current car, on the Chevrolet Matiz, is not really the same like Dio Matiz. Now, the Dio Matiz had actually two kind of mufflers, just like the Chevrolet Matiz, but it's relocated, and not just a little bit. Now, the Dio Matiz actually had a center muffler which was this size and as completely in the center of the car, which required me to get some extra materials to make the RVS well, exhaust longer and make 90 degrees and all that. Now, from the current car, it's a little bit more to the back, which is good, and way more easier to do a little shorter on side exhaust. And also, it's not this short, the center exhaust, it's really this big. So also the diameter of the exhaust is bigger with 3 millimeters. Now this is definitely not a big amount of change, but it's a change. And the bigger the change is, in this case, the easier I can find some nice exhausts, or at least to do some work on it. The rear muffler is a little bit weird. It's not on this side anymore, but it's on this side, and the exhaust is coming in like this and going out like this. So it's a little bit weird, but I have also some good plans for that. Now, the only thing that's a little bit changed is the rear muffler actually is with a triangle blade instead of a two-bolted blade. So just like your exhaust header or something like that. So this is actually a little bit different, but that's not actually doing too much. Now the biggest difference actually is when I want to delete the rear muffler with the Chevrolet Matiz. I had to at least buy several 90-degree RVS exhaust things, and currently I only need one time 45 degrees 38 millimeters, so this is not requiring me too much to do on the car, which is very nice and inexpensive to do. So this is actually very good. Now I only have to buy one time 45 degrees exhaust tube to make this actually happen, and then the job is already almost done. Also, the now if you have the center muffler of the car, I mean, of course it's not actually hanging, it's actually hanging on the chassis itself now, and in this case it has two rubbers that are inserted in those yeah, I don't know, what do you call it, those pins actually that hold the muffler in place. Now, very good thing as well, these are also way more to the rear of the car instead of to the front of the car, which is very good. And this will actually compensate the vibrations of the exhaust itself when I make the side exhaust already on it. Now, for the very beginning of the side exhaust, I'm not gonna begin immediately with the Dodge Challenger side exhaust tip, but I'm gonna use just like in the very beginning something else, and I'm gonna show you guys that. Now, I cleaned it up a little bit. I mean, it's used, as you guys know, but this one is what I'm gonna use in the very beginning, and this is because of financial. So this size is a little bit smaller than the Dodge Challenger. I mean, this is 60 millimeters, even if it doesn't look like that, but don't worry. This is 60 millimeters, is the closest range actually that I have currently in, well, currently as availability. And the other one from a Dodge Challenger is actually 100 millimeters, which is, well, 4-inch. So yeah, and this is almost 3-inch, I think 2.5 or something like that. So that one is what I'm gonna use as my current side exhaust tip. This also had some nice eyes on it. I mean, this exhaust attracted a lot of attention because it was sticking out. I mean, the nicest thing of all of this one is it's flat on this side, which means I can put it more to the front. Now the other side exhaust tip, the Dodge Challenger one, is actually a little bit curved. It's very nice. It's looking very sportive or aggressive, and I like to if it has a look like that. But yeah, that makes it actually carved, so the rectangular exhaust makes it a little bit more different to place, and it's way bigger than this one. So I have to make sure that I have all those kind of, well, RVS exhaust tubes to make this actually fit very well, and currently I don't have that. Now the only thing which is not good at this moment Now the only thing that actually is not good is that my engine was a little bit hesitating when I was accelerating, so full throttle. Um, that's the only thing that happened at this moment when I was turning back to home. Once I actually checked beneath the car. So yeah, I mean that's actually all. So yeah, I mean that's that. Now, I mean, but I have already some solutions for that. That might be the fuel, that it's not entering the combustion chamber that well. Maybe something else. I don't know. Um, so yeah, I mean, I have already some solutions for that, and I think I can get rid of that. It's not gonna be too big of an issue, but definitely, I mean, if the engine holds back or is losing power very shortly, very quickly when it's hesitating, when I pull full throttle, um, this is not something we want actually even be close at if we're talking about performance and all that. So I actually have already in mind to buy 3 bottles, one for the complete fuel system to clean up, especially for the injectors. If they are clogged up, then they will get freed. Also for the oil system I have already something, and for the catalytic converter I have something for that too. Now I don't think it's a catalytic, but it could be. Who knows? I mean, I don't get any engine codes or whatever because I can't read it out at this moment. I don't have anything stored, so I think I'm good here. The most important thing of the complete car is not only thinking about optical or performance. Now the thing that's also very good is to look if things are already damaged without my hands touching the car, because you guys know, I mean, I don't have the car for a too long time, and with the Deo Matiz, actually well, what do you call it? Those arms that actually hold things in place and the wheels in place were already a little bit damaged, and also the rubbers. Uh, well, they were not in the newest state anymore, and a few, maybe 2-3 months later on the Deo Matiz, I had to do the test to see if the car was safe for road use. And they already said, listen up, the car is in okay state, but you have to fix this on complete watch list. Now all that is currently not gonna happen. I mean, the car is looking very good. The rubbers are not even, well, dry or broken or scratched or whatever. It looks very nice. Now the only thing which I have seen is that there's a little bit of oil on the oil drain plug. Now this is actually not really considering me or worrying me, because above that it's completely dry, so I know I'm very safe here. Now the only thing that might maybe even worry me is whenever I give some gas, and I will pull the clutch to shift to the second, third, fourth, or fifth gear. The RPM gauge is staying at its RPM for some several seconds. So, but I hope that's gonna be fixed with those fluids that I'm gonna use later on as well. So yeah, lots of information, but the future is actually looking very good. Now the only things that I have to solve before I'm gonna do anything of these with performance things and crazy driving very crazy, I have to check the master brake cylinder to see if that one is not worn out, because my brakes have to be pushed all the way down to the floor to see if, well, to brake at least a little bit. If I'm driving very fast on the highway, let's say 100 miles an hour, and I want to brake pretty hard, my steering wheel is a little bit like this. So I don't know if the brakes are done or the master brake cylinder is half dead. I don't know, but at least it makes a very dangerous situation. I mean, if the master brake cylinder would be broken, and if it's gonna start working again for at least a second or something, that could result in catastrophic situations, because the brake is going to be so hard engaged that I will probably make a 180 degree with the car. So I have to do something about this, because this can cause my death. I just don't hope so, but you know, I mean, racing, tuning, and all this, it's still very dangerous. as we all know. But everything comes with a risk. Now, that's number one, master brake cylinder. Number two is definitely going to be the rev hang. I have to find a way to fix this issue because fast or at least the speed shifting is going to be a little bit more difficult. Yeah, and definitely the engine that holds a little bit back when I push full throttle is something that I have to finish as well. So yeah, that's actually that. Now, if all of these things actually are finished and done and confirmed that they don't get me into trouble anymore, then we can continue and do some other stuff to tuning and all that. So yeah, and it's a good thing to cut my hair and go to the barber shop within the several days. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Well, large video. But things are looking very good for the future. It looks very bright. As long as I don't have more problems, then I mean, as long as I don't create problems as I have. So yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Like to the channel. Like this video and share this video with your friends. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna call someone back because someone already gave me a call. And yeah, keep in touch, people. I mean, as we walked away to finish some minor stuff, let's hope that we can start with tuning very, very quickly. Anyways, guys, this was Tuning Dutchy. I'm gonna sign off, and I see you guys in the next video. See you guys then.